So today I'm going to be reading Walter the Farting Dog. So let's get started. Betty and Billy brought Walter home from the dog pound. Nobody wanted him, said Billy. But we love him, said Betty. Well, he smells awful, said their mother. I think you better give him a bath. Mother walked in and said, he still smells awful. And that's when they got the first clue. The telltale bubbles in the water. He's probably just a little nervous, said the mother hopefully. His stomach must be upset. But Walter's stomach wasn't upset. Walter's stomach was fine. It felt perfectly normal. He just farted a lot. He did it when he bathed. He did it when he played with Betty and Billy. He did it when he walked around the house. He did it in the dining room. He did it in the kitchen. And he did it in his sleep. That dog farts morning, noon, and night, said Father. I can't help it, Daddy, said Betty and Billy. They didn't mind of Walter's farts. So what if he farts? Billy said to Betty when they were alone in the room with Walter. Betty agreed. Walter agreed too. He sat there looking insolently around, farting. Take him to the vet, said the father. Farting, said the vet, are rectal flatulence, as we say in medical profession, as prescribed as a change in the diet. They gave Walter every kind of dog food. He farted. They tried on him on cat food. They gave him hot dogs, hamburgers, and lettuce and tomato sandwiches. They gave him fried chicken. They gave him rabbit food. They even made him a vegetarian. No matter what that dog eats, he turns it into farts, roared the father. Walter got the blame for everyone else's farts too. If Uncle Irv let one slip, he just went and stood near Walter. Then all he had to say was Walter, and then everyone will look at poor Walter. He has to go back to the pound, said Father. No, Daddy, please, begged Betty and Billy. Don't send Walter away. He goes tomorrow, said Father. They pleaded. Walter farted. It was all over. That night, Betty and Billy cried in their beds, and Walter looked at them unhappily. Oh, Walter, said Betty, you gotta stop farting because Father is going to send you back to the pound tomorrow, said Billy. Walter knew how serious the situation was. He never see Betty and Billy again. He resolved to hold in his farts forever. When Betty and Billy fell asleep, he walked down the kitchen to see if there was anything around to eat. He managed to open the cupboard door with his nose and found the 25-pound bag of low fart dog biscuits, and the vet had prescribed for him, which made him fart more. Even though they made him fart more, he couldn't resist. He ate the entire bag. Very tasty, said Walter to himself. And then he went and lay down on the sofa. A gigantic gas bubble began began to build inside of him. This was going to be trouble, he said to himself. Nervously, he was afraid of what might happen if he let it go. He thought maybe the house will explode, so he kept it in. It wasn't easy. In fact, it was torture. He had to resolve to never fart again. His future depended on it. As he lay there, with his tail wrapped tightly between his legs, he heard a noise at the window. He watched it slowly open. A pair of burglars came in. They watched silently into the kitchen. "Watch out for the dog," said one of the burglars. "He won't bite," said the other. "He's a wimp." Walter might have bitten them, except he was so filled with gas he couldn't move. They tied a rag around his snout so he couldn't bark. "Okay," whispered the first burglar. "Let's clear the place out." They took everything they could get with their hands. Walter wanted to stop, but he was having unbearable gas pains. He rolled on his back and waved his paws into the air. He gnashed his teeth. "We got it all," said the second burglar. "Let's go." That's when Walter let it fly. It was the worst fart of his life. It made a tremendous noise and shot across the room. A high ominous cloud filled the air. The burglars clutched their throats, unable to breathe. With tears in their eyes, they raced for the window. They tried to grab their bag with all the valuables in it, but their arms were too weak. "Let's get out of here." They jumped out of the window and ran up the block, choking and gasping for air, still blinded by Walter's attack, then stepped into the headlights of an approaching police car. "Hold it right there," said the policeman. When father and the mother came down in the morning, they found the open window, and they saw the bag with their valuables in it, and Walter was sitting beside it. He still had the rag tied around his snout. "You have to stay look heroic. He saved the silverware," cried the mother. He saved the VCR," cried father. "Good dog. Walter, you're our dog, even if you do fart all the time." And so the family learned to live with Walter, the hero dog. And that's the end of our tale. So this is the end of the book. I hope you enjoy my video. Bye.